YouTubers and anyone else who's watching this. I want to say thank you to those of you who have watched my videos, who have supported the ministry that I do. Also just want to remind you again that my book is available. I will put the link to the website where you can go and purchase my first ebook written called 30 Things I've Learned in 30 Years. That will be available as a link right in the description area of this video. So please click on that. It's a special sale today, $5 Friday. The book is normally $7, so you can get it for $5 today only. So please take advantage of that sale. Now today I wanted to talk about something. I normally don't talk about politics on my YouTube channel. I did one video so far just to kind of, back before the last presidential election happened and the two vice presidential candidates, Biden and Ryan, were kind of, having their issues, and Biden was very disrespectful. But I didn't really talk about the issues because I don't always like sharing exactly where I stand on certain things. But what's been happening recently in our country, in our nation, has given me I guess a newfound boldness to kind of stand up for what I believe in and say what I believe. As you well know, we as a nation have been rocked by, not only these mass school shootings that have happened, which are devastating, but also what happened in Boston during the Boston Marathon and the Patriots Day, and what was supposed to be a beautiful, wonderful event and a beautiful, wonderful day and a celebration of our history and just a celebration of those who love this country, turned into something very, very tragic. And I've waited a while to say what I think about what happened because I wanted to make sure that my views were lining up with the truth. Because we can have our own opinions, but what is the truth in the matter? That should be the main focus, and that should be what matters most. And so far, I have learned from various talk show radio programs, because honestly, I don't trust the mainstream media. The only network news channel I watch is Fox, and even then, I respect them, but even then, sometimes they don't report everything that they could. So mainly, I listen to talk radio, not the NPR, not the National Public Radio Services, but more conservative talk radio is what I listen to, specifically the Blaze radio. And I've gone over everything to make sure that I understood correctly what was happening. From my understanding, a gentleman of Saudi Arabian descent, he's a Saudi Arabian national, was detained in the hospital as either a witness or someone directly linked to the individuals that caused the bombing in the Boston Marathon. And from my sources that I listen to, our government is deporting him no later than next Tuesday, even though there are documents that 6 congressmen have identified as accurate documents. 6, okay, that they have seen with their own eyes and confirm are accurate. That on this document it says that he is directly linked to the bombings that just happened in Boston, and he's being deported. He's not going to be put on trial. He's not going to be none of that. We're not going to send him to Guantanamo, nothing. We're going to send him back home. Thanks for killing our people and blowing the legs off of 30 people and injuring close to 200 more and killing an 8-year-old boy. Yay, guess what your prize is? You get to go home. Really? Is that justice? And why our government is covering up, I have a theory, but I'm not 100% sure because the information will not be fully released until Monday. So Monday at 9 o'clock, please go to The Blaze, www.theblaze.com/radio, and then click on listen. Or you can go to iHeartRadio and search for The Blaze and listen to it on iHeartRadio. And it will be fully disclosed. Now, I have my theory, but I'm not going to go there until all the facts are completely lined up. But we do know for a fact that this gentleman is being deported. He's not going to be punished. No slap, not even a slap on the wrist for this guy who's a Saudi Arabian national who's involved in the Boston bombings. Now, the other guys, so he's one suspect who's being released. And then the other ones, the police and others have been pursuing. One was killed in a shootout last night. And then the other one's on the run. The other brother is on the run. And apparently, these brothers are from Chechnya. And they are Chechnyan terrorists, jihadist, Islamic extremists. I'm not afraid to say that. That's what they are. They located, different officials located 22 of their YouTube videos all talking about kill the infidel, death to America, you know, we're the great Satan, blah, 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 blah. Same stuff that all the Islamic jihadists and extremists talk about and believe in strongly. They want to kill us. They hate us. So we let them in our country. You know, we want to give stringent background checks and fingerprints and all this kind of stuff for law-abiding American citizens who want to purchase a handgun. But someone coming from a country, another country, gets, because they were here on asylum, they get no background check. Did you, yeah, hello? Did you hear that? Yes. They get no background check. So someone like me, who is not a criminal, has no record, American citizen, if I want to go buy a gun, I gotta go through, you know, the 3rd degree just to get a firearm. But these dudes come in here and blow up our people, and they had no background checks. That makes me just a little bit angry, okay? I don't have any problem with people coming to our country from other countries. I mean, hello, that's how our country was established. There were those that were already here, the Native Americans and so forth, and then we had people coming from other countries. I'm cool with that. If you come here legally, that's great. You know, and if you want to assimilate into our culture and truly become an American, yeah, sure, still retain your own, you know, religious beliefs and language and whatnot, but you love our country. You want to become a citizen of our country. You respect our laws and our customs, and you want to be grafted into our country. Hey, I got no problem with that. Do it legally. Come on, please. We need more people like that. But here we got these scumbags coming in here that nobody does a background check on their family ties. Apparently that Saudi Arabian guy has some ties to prominent people in Saudi Arabia, and anyway, I got a theory as to why the government is covering that up and won't release that story, but all will be told Monday at 9 o'clock on theblaze.com/radio or iHeartRadio The Blaze. Go listen to it. Another issue I took is that the National Public Radio and even some mainstream news media circuits, which shall remain nameless, but I'm sure you know who they are. They were calling for, they were saying the person who did the bombings had to have been a white American male who was a right-wing conservative. Yeah, that's what they said. Because all of us socially and fiscally conservative people just want to kill other American citizens, the country that we love and respect. We want to kill people who live in our country. Yeah. Okay. And then we come to find out one's from Saudi Arabia and the rest are from Chechnya. Oh, where's the apology, mainstream media? Where's the apology for blaming it on a right-wing conservative, which none of these scumbags were? To say that I'm frustrated is an understatement. I mean, I live my life, I try not to get hung up on these things. I mean, they bother me when I read about it or hear about it, and I leave it, I'm a Christian, I leave it with the Lord, I pray about it, I lay those burdens down at the foot of the cross, and I trust God with it, and I do trust God, and I know He has a plan, and He's in control, and He's sovereign, no matter what. But sometimes I think God wants us to stand up for injustice and to stand up for the weak and the defenseless. To stand up for that little 8-year-old boy that was murdered in cold blood in the Boston Marathon. He can't speak for himself. Who's going to stand up for him? So sometimes I think, yeah, we need to pray and we need to trust God and be faithful to Him. Absolutely. But I think also we need to speak out. And so I don't know who's going to watch this video, but if you are a government official, you're in the Congress, you're in the Senate, all the way up to the President of the United States, I don't care who's watching this video, if you are in any type of leadership role in our government today, and you are privy to the information about the Saudi Arabian who is directly connected, according to various documents, directly connected to the Boston bombings, and who the United States government, is deporting with not even a slap on the wrist. If you're a government official watching this video and you are privy to that information and you're not doing anything about it, we're going to find out who you are. And I don't mean that like, oh, we're going to find you. No. What I'm saying is we're going to find out who you are. And I'm going to find out who you are. Somehow. Through my own research, through listening to various conservative talk radios, I want to find out who you are. And I will do anything that I can in my power to make sure that you are either impeached, fired, removed from your position. If your activities in covering up these things have been criminal in any way, I'm going to figure out what I can do in my local community to get together a list of, or a petition or something. I'm going to do the research and see what I can do, but I will make sure that you are no longer in your position and that we replace you with men and women of integrity and valor, and who will stand up for what's right. I'm pretty frustrated. I'm frustrated with this government, and it's not just been the Obama administration. This has been long coming. It's just reached new levels of evil since Obama's taken office, but a lot of these issues have been going on for years, and it's just not cool. It's not right. We the people are sick of it. We're sick of the lies. We're sick of all the politicians being in bed with special interest groups. We're sick of the cover-ups. We're sick of being told we can't say jihadists anymore. Caliphates. We can't say that. No. Oh, the Islamics, they're such peaceful people. They don't want a caliphate. Well, yeah, there's a good majority of Islamists who are peaceful, who are not extremists, who don't want to kill the infidel. But there's also a very large portion who do, and who want the caliphate, which is total Islamic control of the world. And I ain't afraid to say it. Other people may be, I ain't afraid. I think for too long, average Americans, whether you're Democrat or Republican, I don't care. Average Americans who are working hard and taking care of their families, who probably are more conservative than what they think they are. Average Americans, we have sat back and said nothing for far too long. It's time to speak out. It's time to speak up. It's time to hold our government officials' feet to the fire and say, hey, I pay your salary, Jack, and I'm telling you, I will figure a way to make sure that you never get reelected, or that you immediately get fired if you have anything to do with this cover-up. And that's what I'm saying to you, Florida government officials, because I live in the state of Florida, national government officials up in D.C., you hear me loud and clear. I may be just one voice, but I'm not the only voice, and I will find other voices. We're sick of it. Start listening to what we say we want, not what you think is best for us. Who are you to tell us what's best for us? Okay? No. I'm sick of it. So now you know what I believe. I'm a right-wing conservative, but nope, I don't go blowing up people. I respect people. I respect all people with all differing views and opinions. But does our government? Nah. You gotta fall in line with what they think, or you're crazy. Right. Sick of it. Just had to get that off my chest. Alright, so buy my book. Okay. God bless. Take care. Bye.